What up, everyone? Shark here. Today we're on Santuario, the newest 2v2 map. As the allies, we have Lady Rytsu playing the Brits and PAX AJAX playing the Americans. Opposite them, we have Wolf 815 as the DAK and his teammate Sniper playing the Wehrmacht. This is a pretty fun and dynamic game. It's not super long, but there's lots to take away from this, so I hope you enjoy.
We're doing it. We're doing it.
Hell yeah. All right. In teal here playing the Brits, obviously Lady Rytsu, her partner PAX AJAX in blue with the USF, going immediately 3 scouts, so no toxicity here. And then opposite them, DAK, we've got Wolf in red and Sniper with Wehrmacht in purple. All right, straight over to you, Jamie. This map, Santuario, has seen quite a bit of 2v2 play, and I think it's because it's one of the new maps, so it's weighted a little heavier in the rotation. How do you approach this map as you get out and start the game?
Yeah, I've been playing this map a lot recently. I found myself being stuck on what I like to call coast side or cemetery side, most of all. And I really like fighting on that side of the map. I really like all the heavy cover around the kind of coast side of the church, like the graveyard. And, you know, there's that nice, efficient feeling that while you're in firefights around the graveyard, there's not a great amount of distance you have to bury the bodies. You know, you're right there. It's very, very good. I'm sure the Germans really appreciate that.
What's funny to me is because I'm a dirty, nasty rotator. Looking at this in the default view, I'm like, what part of the map am I on? Because I'm so used to rotating in the direction I face. What I will say I like about this map is the fact that your spawn can cause you, like, almost dictate a different style of play, right? If you're on the shore side, it's a lot more close range engagements, and if you're on the farm side, it's a lot more long range engagements. And so it can, at least for me, it influences kind of the build.
For sure.
Speaking of which, so we got PAX AJAX, 3 scouts, jeep, into rifles. He's going advanced infantry, so potentially rangers here. Lady Rytsu has gone 2 sappers and 2 sections, gone heavy armor battle group. So likely we'll see more sappers. Meanwhile, Sniper, jeep forces the Grens off here in the center, so the allies are immediately going to take control of the center of the map. Sniper hasn't made a choice yet, going for a pretty balanced build. Pioneers, 2 Grens, and MG42. Oh, scouts get pushed off by the Panzer Grens. Wow. And then Wolf go in armored support. 2 Panzer Grenadiers, Pioneers, and a half-track 250. And honestly, like we were just talking about, I think this makes sense, right? So for the US player and the DAK player who are on the open side, you see the high scout build, rifles, and jeep for the mobility, as well as on the DAK side with the 250 right away. Yeah.
Ladies sappers just dominated around the graveyard, and on the coast side, the pilots just didn't have a chance because of the kind of CQB nature of the fighting there.
Yeah, and actually, Ver don't have a good answer for this on this side of the map early.
Yeah.
And so I expect them to kind of struggle a little bit. Meanwhile, PAX, I think this is going to be a much more even fight on the flank here. Grenades coming in, we saw PAX tech that almost immediately. 250, oh, the jeep is in place to clean it up. So nice pickup for PAX.
Beautiful play with the jeep. I'm really enjoying seeing jeep play. It's something about this patch I've been enjoying. I've been playing with the jeep myself. I think it's really interesting, especially against DAK.
Yeah. Well, look at the difference in army composition right now between Ver and DAK, just in terms of volume. But Wolf has already teched up, and now he's getting assault grenadiers out. And actually, that jeep needs to be careful because a couple more shots that penetrate might knock it out. But it's going to back all the way out. Oh, Pios, sappers think about going for the kill, and then they almost take a casualty for it. I'm actually shocked that Lady Rytsu hasn't gone heavier into sappers with kind of the sapper buff and reinforcement cost buff that they get from the battle group.
Yeah. Sure, for the mortar, I get that. You know, with the fear of the MG42, all these buildings, I get it. Like, no sweat. But, yeah, I know what you mean. I've been tempted to go flappers? Sappers with flamethrowers.
The flappers.
The flappers.
We are going to see her lean heavily into the infantry sections here. So 3 sections on the field. And I think where I usually get into trouble on this map is trying to kind of fight in my lane versus collaborate with the teammate and figure out what 2 VPs we're going to focus on.
Yeah.
And it looks like at least the allies are leaning hard on the coast side and the Axis leaning pretty hard on the farm side. So both teams kind of like doing a good job of playing in sync together here.
Yeah. Oh, it looks like Lady Rytsu's going for the manpower cheech light on the engineers. He's going heavy armored.
Yeah, that's why like I wouldn't be surprised to see another sapper or two.
Yeah.
Especially to challenge. Oh, I like this grenade from PAX, but Wolf does a good job dodging it. Scouts have been converted to the artillery observers. Oh man, the Jeep's gonna hunt down, and the Panzer pilot gets knocked out. A couple.
Oh, this Jeep. Oh no! No, Jeep.
Nice with the sticky to get the Jeep.
It's so sad to see the Jeep go like that.
Yeah, and actually this infantry section here between MG42 and the Gren's in danger.
Very precarious.
Oh, one more burst on MG42, but instead it's going to focus on the sappers. They're both suppressed immediately.
That actually bothers me, Shark. Like, it shouldn't be able to turn that fast and shoot that quickly. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
should be like some setup time.
The movement between windows is extremely fast. I agree with you. I wouldn't mind a couple of minor adjustments to the garrison mechanic because I feel like garrison's just a little overtuned. I don't know if you remember, but in CoH3, directional green cover was actually slightly better than being in a garrison.
Yeah, yeah.
And I thought that balanced it out nicely because garrisons, because it's that 360 cover. Oh man, grenade coming in plus the
smart dodge.
Smart dodge, but they are taking all kinds of casualties.
Yeah, she needs to go. She needs to go straight away. Maybe she could do some smart stuff with some smoke here to try and cover their retreat, but I doubt it.
The other infantry sections coming up, but 3 Gren squads gonna scale just fine against these infantry sections. Or maybe not. One of these Grens needs to retreat. But actually, the Axis in a really good spot in terms of map control. PAX has been able to push Wolf off just a little bit, but with the med truck up, oh man, Wolf, his army composition, like the army value is so small. The fact that he's been able to do that much against that much pressure, and PAX going for the motor pool and the Greyhound.
Yeah, because Wolf has lost a 250 and a P-Grand, so that's a lot for DAK to lose.
Just a Panzer Pioneer, fortunately.
Oh, Panzer Pioneer, apologies.
Yeah, so that's not as bad as it could be. And he's actually got the salvage, so he can start salvaging some of these vehicles and get some of that manpower back for upgrades. Sniper is gone for the Panzer Grenadier headquarters. We got the half-track out, potentially a Stummel. No, it's actually gone for med half-track.
We got a pile wipe, Shark.
Oh, yep.
He went for the super deep cap on the +10 fuel. He got it, but
he got the decap, but got caught out of position. Oh, but a couple of good mines doing some real chunk damage to those infantry sections. And the Grens here, I think if they're going to wrap around the corner here, maybe they can get a couple of cheeky Faust off on this Greyhound. Now, Panzerjäger's on the field for Wolf. So he'll have a natural counter to that Greyhound. And I wonder what else PAX is going to do with the motor pool. Because the Greyhound can be a little bit of a nuisance, but I think it, at the 9-minute mark, it's arriving just a little bit late. And so I'm worried about its ability to truly scale.
I'm not sure about Lady's build. It's so infantry heavy. There's no light vehicles whatsoever. But she hasn't gone infantry training.
Well, she's already getting her company command post out. So it's possible we're going to see a bunch of Crusaders. Oh, P-Gren's taking a bunch of damage here. And now the Greyhound going to be able to chase them down. If he gets Vet 1 along the way, he'll be able to do a cancer round. But here come the Panzerjägers in the track. Oh, this is bad for the Greyhound.
Yeah, he needs to get out. Oh, here comes the nade as well.
I think
cooked by these nades.
Fortunately, he's got the skirts to give him a little more health, but that could anti-tank grenade is going to do it.
He just lost his captain. He's going to alert his scouts as well. He's not paying attention.
But he was able to trade out the other 250. Artillery observer is going to get away. On the opposite side, oh no, those artillery observers. Triple Grens pick them up.
Yeah, he lost his captain and his artillery observers.
Oh man, and another one too. So 2 artillery observer squads down.
Oh.
Big swing. PAX taking a lot of losses here. And in this case, Lady Rytsu kind of trading some map control with the resources to try to get vehicles out, or tanks out early. And look at these Grens just tanking damage from the infantry sections. They're taking damage but not really dropping models. And even when they do, Grens just don't bleed as hard as the other main lines. Oh, that mortar round somehow doesn't kill anything. Rangers show up. What's up?
Yeah. I just think that, obviously I'm god tier trash compared to these people, but I just think like a Humber or a Polston would have been so good against all these Grens, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. It's really interesting to see the heavy Gren build. But they don't necessarily scale better, but they just don't bleed as much as the allied mainlines at this point. Oh, big grenade. Oh, the assault grenadiers cancel the grenade assault. Here it comes in against infantry section. That's gonna hurt. Ooh.
Oh!
Infantry section annihilated. But the sappers cleaning up. Panzerjägers force back. Both Axis players have their tier 4 constructed now as well. So at the 11-minute mark, we're going pretty straight into the late game. Stoss trooping on the way for sniper. Oh, now these sappers starting to bleed a little bit.
Yeah, 3, 4, 5.
This is the more team game style of keeping all of your infantry kind of clumped up together. I won't use the blobbing word, but kind of you can even see they're being controlled as a unit, right? The way they're moving together.
Yeah, I think you're talking about concentrate fire.
Yeah, massing effects on the enemy, right? Nice smoke to come in and cut off that MG42. Oh, artillery barrage coming in. God, it just feels so toothless though. We're still waiting. They had time to casually walk and grab a croissant or something on the way.
Oh,
still waiting.
These sappers might die. First
round never came in. All these sappers. 18 grenadiers with Car 98 shooting at 2 sappers. Who would win? Well, it looks like the grenadier is going to chase off the 6-pounder now too. First P3 on the way as well as a Crusader on the way. So Allies really unable, the strategy of kind of rushing tier 4 actually not paying off very much for them. The Greyhound is not in a good spot. You expect a Faust to come in. They could just flip this 6-pounder around too. Man, I'm kind of mind blown. These Grenadiers just tanking shots from the Greyhound. It finally start to burn down. Oh, 1 or 2 more shots here if it gets clumped up.
Come on, Greyhound. Get a nice shot in. Get a nice shot in. Oh, that's so painful.
And the Rangers on retreat are suppressed by the MG42, but a nice grenade. Oh my god! The god tier grenade play while suppressed. That's insane. Huge pickup for PAX. 2 Grenadier squads. Now the MG42 going to go down for sure. Crusader ignoring the P3.
Very good. Oh man, that was sick. Steal the pack. Yeah, he's stealing it.
What? They stole the 6-pounder back. What a swing there. Now PAX rolling with Rangers try to catch these Panzerjägers out of position. Oh, Greyhound's got to be careful. It's the second Greyhound.
What? Second? There's just 2.
Yeah, no, because remember the first one got knocked out.
Yeah, sorry, I'm tripping. The guy, I can't believe he rebuilt that actually. That's crazy. Oh, he upgunned to the
Crusader 3. Probably smart at this point. I don't think they're hurting for anti-infantry firepower, and honestly, the Axis don't have that much infantry left on the field. Well, here comes the advanced logistics for PAX, which if he's going to play heavy with Rangers, it makes sense.
Then it's fixed.
VPs, Axis in the lead 460 to 320. KD slightly had Axis favor, but not by a ton. So we will see where this goes. The Allies, I think they own the center VP for now, but I think they need to be a little bit more deliberate. If I were them, I would almost, I would focus on the cemetery side. Between the sappers and the rangers, you're probably better off staying at close quarters. Crusader 3 trading shots with the P3, which you'd expect. Wolf is floating a ton of manpower. There we go. Armored reserves on the way. Probably some tech here as well. Yeah, he's going rapid advance as well as a vehicle survival package, interestingly enough. So that'll help him maintain some pressure with his vehicles. P4 here now.
Nice side shot.
The Crusader 3, pretty decent counter to these Axis mediums for now.
Yeah,
Snipers,
it's doing good work.
Yeah, Sniper hasn't chosen. Obviously, the DAK can always roll out a P4 or a Tiger. Rangers advanced on Assault Grenadier, supported by the Greyhound. And now, this looks like a stolen MG42. Oh, that's going to be in a great spot. Rangers just advance past the grenade. Look at the tank stuck doing a wheelie there for a minute.
That was weird.
Yeah. Oh, man. Panzerjägers could get absolutely shredded here. The cover bonus.
Oh, these Rangers.
Doing a lot of damage,
disgusting.
but not a lot of bleed. But that's a good push.
It's a lot of 45 ACP.
Yeah. Yep. Ironic that the 45 ACP used by the Rangers does so much more damage than the one shot by the engineers, but
yeah,
reality ignored in the name of game balance. This P3's got to be a little bit careful. Crusader hits it on the flank. God, the Crusader's just so fast. Oh no, this P3 is done.
Oh, he's got Med 2. He's going to shoot even faster, I think.
Yeah, the fire rate on the Crusader is just disgusting.
Well done. That was really cool.
Now, double Stas troop in for Sniper. And so I think these, especially once they start to vet up, they'll be able to hold their ground, even against the Rangers. Grenade assault coming in on the infantry section. Really, really good placement. Oh, man. Infantry section almost annihilated. The Stas have found the mortars, and this is what makes them so hard to deal with. They can just kind of chase things down and murder them, especially the team weapons. But the Crusaders here, one Crusader on prioritized vehicles, so it doesn't shoot. The Axis is still going to maintain the VP advantage. They've retaken the center, even though PAX has pushed up. Oh, nice cutoff play here from PAX, too. Cutting off resources on the farm side. And a little bit of more mines going down in the middle. So Lady does have one sapper with a minesweeper package, but these two are grouped together with the flamethrower. Oh no, Crusader might hit this mine here if it's not careful. Looks like the sapper's going to trigger it instead. That probably saved that Crusader with the PAC 40 and P4.
Yeah, very lucky.
PAC's going for the survival training, and he's also going for the Ranger weapons training. Oh, if they could get a sympathetic debt with the mine. Oh, Crusader goes down to the mine.
The Crusader can't even get past because of the wreck.
Yeah, but the Rangers show up and debuff the AT guns. Oh, the Pioneer's interrupted from laying a mine.
He needs to focus his AT guns down.
The Rangers just going to continue to advance. One AT gun cleared, and then the Rangers are going to bounce before they bleed any models to the P4. And this is pretty brilliant from Sniper, this med half-track. He's going to immediately recruit this AT gun. More Rangers show up. AT gun decrewed again, but at the very least doesn't have to worry about losing it. Oh, the PAC 40 sets up. But they don't have vision. Doesn't have vision on that Greyhound. Good use of hold fire by PAX. Keeps his second or third Greyhound alive. I can't keep track anymore. And the Allied players finally have 2 of the 3 VPs. Yep, Satchel coming in. Oh no! He put the Panzer Guns back in the building!
No!
Oh.
I think maybe he thought it was like a weird nade or something. Why did he do that?
It's like when keeping it micro goes wrong, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's unfortunate. The 6-pounder getting a couple shots here on the P4, as well as the American stolen 6-pounder. Oh my gosh. P4 on just a shred of health. The Greyhound could maybe knock it out here. Oh, but the Crusader 3 snipes it. Big
Nice.
pickups for the Allies. The Axis gonna take this coast side VP. This, oh my gosh, this MG42 in this building just causing all kinds of havoc. PAX Ajax.
Like it when you do that.
This is crazy. PAX Ajax going for teching Browning the BARs. That's got to be a misclick, right? He meant to build to do the bazooka tech or something. Like, there's no way. Why would you put BARs on Rangers?
Oh no, the Greyhound. It'll be okay. It'll be okay.
Yeah, with the armored skirts, and it's got the can rounds, so they can't afford to stay close to it. Oh, I like this. The Vet 1 emplacement ability from the 6-pounder in the middle. That's a really smart play. Assault Grens burn down that engineer squad. But that MG42 still in that building. If I'm the Allies, okay, so PAX Ajax, he's building the weapon support center now. He did tech BARs. That's a little wild to me, but that's fine.
It's a bit strange.
Yeah, I feel like maybe he meant to do the bazooka upgrade, the improved rockets, but it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Sniper has gone for Panzer Grenadiers instead of Stoßtruppen. Still no Battlegroup selection. I feel like at this point, 22 minutes in, oh, these poor Panzerjägers.
Oh!
Oh, and Rangers on the retreat path? Yeah, sorry guys.
Oh, wow.
Oh, free Panzerbuchse. I wonder if the Rangers picked that up. Oh my, can you imagine shooting a Panzerbuchse on the move?
Stop.
like real life. Can you imagine taking a shot
I don't
from
think my
that?
shoulder refuses to imagine that. I'd probably turn me into like dust.
I'm sure it'd just knock you on your ass. All right, well, Wolf has said enough with these shenanigans. The Tiger is here.
Yeah, I suppose.
But
I suppose that's fair.
Even with the Tiger, though, he's only at 55 pop cap. Or 55 population, so... Oh, canister rounds come in. Stoßtruppen just chunk them down. The Grens get a Falstaff. Oh, the second canister round knocks 3 of the Stoss out. Oh, double pack 40.
Missed on the Greyhound.
Greyhound annihilated, but the Rangers pick up that Stoss squad, and they're gonna pick up the LMG.
Oh my god.
Oh no, these Rangers.
This is not what you want.
Those Panzer Grenadiers, there's no way. There's no way.
Oh wow.
Meanwhile, Tiger just 1 street over, ignoring the plight of the retreating Panzer Grenadiers. They do get gunned down. Rangers say, hey, thanks for that super sweet LMG. Between the flamethrower and the bazooka, the Tiger now critted, and the Crusaders coming in for the kill. They just got to get on that rear armor.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I think it's the flamethrowers that do the movement debuff.
I think flamethrowers do the movement debuff, and then the bazookas do a shock. Oh, Crusaders on the rear armor. Tiger annihilated.
Oh my goodness.
God, Wolf's down to just a handful of units.
Oh my god. I think Wolf's given up. He's just chilling.
Oh, these assault grenadiers. They're not getting out of here either. Between the sappers and the Rangers. Sync error detected.
Yep, that sounds about right.
That for you too? I'm gonna go ahead and say that this is an Allies victory.
Yeah, I think so.
All right, we're back. Jamie, what did you take away from this one?
I was mostly watching the Brit Wehrmacht side, and
Mhm.
what I really took away from it was the just how strong it is to just skip everything and stall to four. I know it's like it's sort of the generic, like, this is the go-to thing for this patch, but seeing it come through so strongly, seeing those Crusaders dominate so much, because I figured Lady Ritsu could just build a Humbar Imports, and she's gone armored, right? So she
Mhm.
can just, if it survives, she can just sell it, and get that big discount, get the return,
Mhm.
and get the resources back. So she doesn't have to. But I guess it's something to do with like the timings of just getting that T4 up so fast that it just makes light vehicle play sort of redundant, I suppose, which is a shame because I love light vehicle play. It's like one of the things that I was most looking forward to in CoH3.
So I think Sniper forced this choice on her. I think
Do you
by
think?
going 3 Grens and then inside that city, right? It's such close range. If you have a Humber, if you have a Stewart, and you make the mistake of swinging around a corner without scouting it, you get Fausted immediately, right? And then with a Humber, you can't really tank it. I guess if you went like Aussies with the over repair, maybe you could. But I feel like Sniper's build actually did a really good job of forcing her to really think about how to play it.
Maybe.
And you honestly, you saw it on the opposite side, where we lost a couple of 250s, a couple of Greyhounds, just because even though it feels more open with like the farmland and stuff, some of the site blockers can allow infantry to set really effective ambushes up on some of these light vehicles and trade them out.
Yeah, those Rangers were cutting him up. He's just getting run through.
Yeah, so I wanted to talk a little bit about the map. I think some of the like twists and turns in the city side of the map can lead to some really, really nasty retreat paths late. And I think this is where like high DPS infantry units can do a lot, because they can fit, like, the vehicle pathing is really kind of rough until you get mediums out that can just kind of crush things. But for light vehicles, you get stuck on all those little walls and graves and courtyards and stuff. The infantry just move through them. But then late in the game, if you set up a flank right, you can really just punish overextension. And I think that's kind of where we saw, because it felt to me halfway through this, the allies were cooked. Right? They didn't get the early game advantage they needed. And then they got a couple of big pickups, and all of a sudden it really swung back into their favor.
Yeah. It was the grenade on the MG42 that killed the retreating grenadiers. That was like the moment, right, where the stars aligned, right, for the allies, and everything was just in their favor.
Unbelievable. Not just timing the grenade on retreat, but having the presence of mind to throw the grenade even though the squad's suppressed. Right? Because if the squad's not suppressed, they pick up those kills with SMGs.
Yeah, for sure.
Just mind blowing. What was the micro dive? Oh, the Panzer Grenadier squad. The like hop out of the building to hop back in to avoid the grenade, but instead of a grenade, it's a satchel, and you're just like, ooh, that one hurts.
I see it a lot. I see that happen with fall piles when sometimes they build that little structure, the little fighting nest, and they get out, they get forced out, they get out, and then the rifle squad goes in, and as they get out, they throw the satchel, and there's just not enough time. Because there's just like that weird going into the structure animation where their models are running through the entrance, and it takes like 2 seconds, and then another 2 seconds to get out. And at that time, the satchel's gone off, and it's too late. Yeah, what happened to that Panzer Grenadier squad was unforgivable.
Oh man,
I think it was like a reflex, like a muscle reflex. So like, okay, I've dodged the grenade, get back in. But then he's like, no, wait, it's not a grenade.
It's not a grenade. It wasn't a grenade. Oh man. Other than that though, like, I thought the play was really solid. I think really, so in my mind, Wolf did a really good job in terms of map control, but he took a lot of casualties in the early and mid game, and that made his game a lot more difficult as the US units scaled, like using the Rangers to basically build flexibility, and then obviously PAX invested really, really heavily into the Rangers with the advanced logistics, the survival training. His vehicles were all coming from the motor pool, so all of his fuel was going into the infantry. And so the Rangers, like, they will bleed a little bit, but he got enough vehicles destroyed. He got enough wipes to keep Wolf on the back foot. And then the Tiger came out, was basically unsupported because he was at 30 population without it. And so that was a little rough.
Yeah. I wonder, I also wonder what Lady Rich's original plan was. Because if you think about it, she locked in armor straight away, but she's used literally none of the abilities.
Minus the sapper manpower. She used recon artillery one time, I think.
Oh, did she? Oh,
yeah.
Shit,
and honestly, I like the recon artillery is good up against Wehrmacht just because if they rely heavily on team weapons, whether it's flak 30s or the PAX 40s, right? You could force them to displace. You use that in concert with a good push from your infantry, and you can take up a lot of territory. Yeah, I wonder how much, like, to your point, I wonder how much pivoting she did. I thought Sniper's Gren play was really, really good. I wasn't expecting him to lean so heavily into Grenadiers. But
it was certainly very concentrated, wasn't it? He kept them all together all the time.
Yeah. And they weren't bleeding a ton until they got wiped out. They weren't bleeding a ton. And then at the end there, the Stas troop and getting caught out by Rangers and the Greyhound and the Crusaders, like that's when 2v2s can be really punishing, right? If you get caught maybe slightly overextended, but both of the opposing players are on top of you, it's like, oh, and all my stuff's gone, and we're dead. Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely knowing when to pull having that really early discipline to pull the retreat trigger can sometimes be really beneficial in a 2v2.
Yeah.
Because losing stuff can be building yourself back up in a 2v2 when you're in a losing 2v2 is horrible. Like, it's very difficult.
Almost never works. And with the Grens gone, the threat of the Faust not there. And so you can just get run down like that. Even with like good mine placement in the rear, but for the most part, the Allies use their infantry to clear mines for them. With the exception of the one Crusader.
Yeah, the Vet 2 Faust is, you gotta respect it. And I guess that's why Lady Rytsu could be so aggressive with the Crusaders, because she's like, well, I don't have to worry about those Vet 2 Faust anymore. They're in the cemetery by now. Yeah.
Yeah, plus the armored vehicle training. The Crusaders are good this patch. And I think on that like cemetery side of the map, you probably don't need grants. The Crusaders are plenty.
Yeah, imagine they were over repaired Crusaders, just went Aussies.
They're gross. Oh,
that'd be pretty cool.
But well, that one was a fun one. I'm just gonna well played, both sides. I love the matches where people kind of swing for the fences there. So some really, really cool plays, some excellent micro from the players on this one. You got anything to close us out?
No, thanks for having me. It's always a pleasure, never a chore.
I appreciate it, man. That's all for us, gents. We'll catch you in the next one.